political aspect of this. Writing in one of the newspapers today, the Daily Telegraph, Henry Smith, who is Conservative MP for Crawley and chairs the Future of Aviation Group, has an article which is headlined, I stress, the journalist doesn't write the headline, in this case the politician, but it is the theme of his piece. Consequences of failing to protect Britain's world-class aviation industry are unthinkable. Henry Smith joins me now. What could it mean in the number of jobs, Mr. Smith? Good morning.
Good morning, Nick. Well, we've already seen a large number of jobs that have been lost as aviation and travel took the immediate impact of the pandemic. And what we don't want to see is an avoidable second wave of job losses because the aviation and travel industries aren't able to get going as quickly as others can when lockdown is starting to be eased as it is now. And the danger for the aviation and travel industry is if restrictions remain in place for that sector of the economy, then they will end up coming into the low season, and it might be another 12 months before the sectors can pick up again. And the damage that does to an aviation sector that this country has, one of the strongest historically in the world, and as a global island trading nation, is really something that is a huge source of concern. And this quarantine proposals don't help the recovery of this vital part of the economy.
But where they might help, Mr. Smith, of course, and where you are possibly open to criticism, is that they might help protect the health of the nation.
Well, if that were the case, quarantine should have been introduced 2 months ago at the start of the lockdown restrictions, not at the end. And I think there is very little evidence, certainly from other parts of the world, that quarantine at the end of the infection period is going to create a healthier situation. I think the damage to the wealth of the nation is going to be far greater than a minor risk of further infection.
Do you sense that there is a mood afoot within government to try and look at this air bridges scheme as soon as is practically possible?
Yes, the sense I get is that the quarantine idea was well-intentioned, but actually the practicalities of as you've been articulating with your other guests, aren't as common sense as they otherwise could be, and therefore other solutions such as air bridges, common travel standards to ensure the best hygiene and mitigation against infection measures are probably a better way to go.
Henry Smith, you're Conservative MP for Crawley. You chair the Future of Aviation Group. You have a piece in today's Daily Telegraph. Thank you for input. Let's pick